いらっしゃいませ。ロボットのようなカスタマーサービスに付き合っている暇はない。じゃあ、2リットルのプラムファンタ、キャンプ用テント、電子レンジで温める牛丼、メイドフック、ピクミンの全ゲーム、ハローキティの T シャツ、そして2リットルの馬の合計金額は 24,601 円です。はい、僕の財布。ちょっとお前。なんで？一つの店で何でも買ってはいけないということは知らないのか？でも、これは何でもや店だ。それに僕は君をみたいにクリスタルメスは作ってるわけじゃない。そうだ。それじゃあ、店員さん、明治コーヒービートとメロンキャルピースありますか？ごめんなさい。明治コーヒービートとメロンキャルピースありません。大丈夫か？くっそー！Have you ever wondered what would happen if Walmart, Best Buy, and Big Lots had a weird-looking Japanese baby? No? Me neither. Regardless, Don Quijote is the arguably definitive answer to that question. Don Quijote is, in my opinion, one of, if not the best store that Japan has nationwide. And that's saying something considering that this statement is coming from a Nintendo fan and collector who's been to a couple Nintendo stores, Pokemon centers, and mandarakes in Japan. As the title of this video implies, Don Quijote has almost everything that you would need. Groceries, toys, video games, camping supplies, clothing, beauty products, appliances, BB guns, and sex toys.
What the fuck?
Believe it or not, none of that statement was a joke, and they do have, quite literally, just about everything. In this video, I'm going to talk about the history of Don Quijote and my experience with the two Don Quijotes I visited while I was in Japan. This video might be a bit shorter than usual, but trust me when I say that I have plenty of plans for later. Anyways, let's move on. Don Quijote, oftenly just referred to as Donki by Japanese people, is a Japanese discount store chain. They notably tend to stay open until early morning hours, with some stores even being open 24/7, and products are stacked from ceiling to floor in a distinct merchandising strategy. As of 2021, it has over 160 locations throughout Japan and 3 in Hawaii. Founded by Takao Yasuda, Don Quijote opened its first store in Tsuginami, Tokyo, in September of 1980 under its original name Jesco. The company opened its first Don Quijote named store in Fuchu, Tokyo in March of 1989. In June of 1998, the company was listed on the Tokyo Stock Exchange. As one of the leading discount stores in Japan, the end of the Japanese economic bubble didn't severely affect the company. Instead, the sudden economic uncertainty caused the Japanese public to become more thrifty and therefore helped to boost sales at its stores during the early 1990s. In 2005, a Ferris wheel opened at the facade of the Don Quijote Dotonbori branch in Osaka, which I've actually been on and will talk more about later. The official character mascot of Don Quijote is called Don Pen. Introduced in 1998, he is depicted as a blue penguin wearing a Santa hat and the katakana character Do on his stomach. The company also has a female equivalent known as Donko, who is colored pink with a heart on her stomach. In December 2022, Don Quijote invited controversy when it announced Don Pen would be replaced by an anthropomorphic depiction of the katakana character Do named Dojo-chan. The decision was reversed days later after an outpouring of distaste for the proposed new mascot on social media. Don Quijote has also made some appearances in pop culture media. For example, Don Quijote stores are included as in-game shops in the Yakuza video game series. There is also a Don Quijote store seen in the anime Tonikawa Over the Moon to You, when Nasa and Tsukasa went shopping in its second episode of its first season, though I have no idea who these people are, nor what the show is about since I haven't seen it. As you heard in the background of the intro skit, Don Quijote's theme song is Miracle Shopping, sung by Maimi Tanaka, a former Don Quijote store employee. Although some find the song to be catchy but annoying and highly repetitious but smartly done so, the song's popularity is somewhat high, as it has more than 1 million plays on Spotify. This popularity has made it the subject of remakes and alternate versions, including lo-fi remixes, I guess, and a remix in which someone edited clips of Donald Trump to make it seem like he's singing the song. I didn't even know about this. Overall, the song reminds me of the Biku Camera theme, but I'll talk more about that store in the future. Throughout my visit to Japan, which I will talk about more extensively in the future, I visited 2 Don Quijotes, the one in Hachioji, Tokyo, in the iconic Dotonbori location in Osaka, with the Ferris wheel I mentioned earlier. I guess you could say I went to 3 stores since I briefly stopped by the one in Kyoto Kawaramachi. But it only took me about 2 minutes of being there to realize the store was too small and too crowded, and that I wouldn't have enough time to shop there before I was late to my curfew. The Don Quijote in Hachioji is easily the largest one I've been to. Each of the 7 floors, including the basement, were all very spacious, and the amount of stuff they had on each floor was amazing. Some of my favorite things I got at this store were the Don Pen plush, the Pikmin Terrarium remit blind boxes that I thought I'd never find in Japan, and a big Dragon Ball Z Ichiban Kuji prize that I have no idea what it is, though I'm sure the friend that I gave it to would probably know what it is. I also remember seeing a 500 yen 18 plus gachapon machine at this Don Quijote, and let's just say curiosity killed the cat, and I left that Don Quijote with one less 500 yen coin. The Don Quijote in Dotonbori was, in terms of its interior, much smaller and nowhere near as impressive as the one in Hachioji. However, that's not the main point of this Don Quijote. The point is that this place has an oval-shaped Ferris wheel, which is enough to deter any tourist like myself from their food crawl. And that's not even the most impressive part of this giant oval towering over Dotonbori, as the seats are designed to face the inside of the store when boarding the cabin, then they do a 180 to face Dotonbori when the cabin leaves the station. The views of Dotonbori and mostly everything in Osaka south of Dotonbori were both stunning to say the least. On top of that, the fare was extremely cheap, as the cost per rider was somewhere between 400 to 600 yen. I'll definitely do this again next time I'm in Osaka, assuming I can get up the stairs after eating twice my weight in takoyaki. That's going to do it for this video. Unless I come up with some other idea I want to do before I upload this video, the next video will be about my first, and as of right now, only trip to Japan. But until then, thanks for supporting my content, and have a great day.